What's up, guys? Matthew here with Convert4, and it's that Apple is maybe releasing their own search engine. Those of you who work in SEO or have built their businesses off of SEO and organic, you know how important Google and the organic search engine space is. A new competitor to that market might actually be a good thing because we can divert some resources, some attention, and hopefully put some market pressure on the big Google, which will hopefully stifle some of the not so favorable algorithm updates that harm people who love to do SEO. And I just wanted to cover a few points, and purely speculative at this point. I don't think that anything's certain until Apple makes an official announcement, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to have a chat about potential search engine usage in the future and what it would mean if Apple did release their own search engine, and how you can prepare your business for it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to share my screen. Cool. So here's the initial article that I found. It was, or I guess it is, on Search Engine Roundtable. Those of you who don't know, this is a news outlet or blog for anything search engine related, mostly, having to do with Google updates and things like that. Editor of the platform, I think he runs an agency called Rusty Brick or something like that, but he's been around for ages. And this article right here was talking about Robert Goebel, I think is how it's pronounced, Apple talking about launching their new search engine. There's a couple ways that this could take effect. One, the search engine could be completely different from what we're currently experiencing with Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And it could be mostly voice search driven. Obviously, there's a lot of information that goes through search engines, with people asking anything from informational queries all the way to bottom of the funnel queries, like how do I buy X, Y, and Z versus what does it mean when I experience X. So there's a lot of information and data all over the place that goes through search engines. One theory could be, they'd be harvesting this data from Apple users to make Siri more comparable to Alexa. Could be something like that, or it could be an entirely new search engine of its own that eventually they'll be, probably right out the gates, they'd be offering paid advertising platform, which you would want to get on almost immediately. So if it is a paid advertising platform, some things that you're going to want to prepare in the meantime are your keyword lists, your negative keyword lists or negative match lists, things that you don't want to be showing up for versus do want to be showing up for, and just have an idea on your intent-driven strategy. It's difficult for search engines to get better than they are now. They're always going to be adapting and making updates and adjusting things here and there as people find exploits, but the frameworks are pretty solid as they are. Just making sure that your SEO is dialed in. It's hard to tell what type of algorithm that this new potential search engine is going to favor most, or what factors that this new search engine is going to favor most. It could be early days Google. It could be more advanced to Google. We don't know that yet. Yeah, just make sure you have your keywords and pages and intent aligned to make sure you can fully capitalize on that. But that's pretty much it. I think if Apple does release this, it's absolutely going to crush it. From what we're seeing with most clients that we're working with, mobile traffic accounts for at least 50-60%, sometimes more of the total traffic. So this is crazy. This statistic is saying that 1 billion people are using Apple devices. That's crazy. 1 billion iPhones are active. So this is from Statista, which actually is a pretty well-known data aggregator. Let's just take it at full value and we can readjust later if we find out that this isn't accurate. But if 54% of the market owns an Apple device, if Apple decides to make their devices default browser and search engine to an Apple search engine instead of Google, that would be insane. That would make a huge dent, massive dent to Google's market and paid search engine share. I anticipate there'd be a lot of traffic diverting over to Apple. I know Apple users love the product, that they're a tight-knit community. I can see a lot of people transitioning over. So it makes sense to me that there would be a widespread adoption. So if they do release their own search engine, there's going to be a lot of traffic. They're literally going to print traffic the moment it goes live in a new iOS update, which would be the easiest way to release it, I think. And as a marketer, as a business owner, you're going to want to be in on the early days on the paid ad side. The CPMs are going to be ridiculously cheap because it's not going to be widespread adopted. A lot of these larger companies are going to have to go through budget approval, and they're not going to have the right person to adapt quickly. They're not going to have just the expertise to launch properly in the platform. You get in early, there's going to be a huge advantage. That's all I have to say for now. I'm really excited about it. I hope that Apple does actually release a search engine. It's about time we have a comparable competitor in this space, and we're not all forced to fund the Google machine. I don't have anything against Google. It's very profitable for a lot of our clients, but the market saturation is quite steep, which makes things difficult. It drives up CPMs, which drives up competition. It makes really everything run less efficiently. Those are my thoughts on the Apple search engine. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys have any thoughts, ideas, opinions, if you're going to be hoping that this Apple search engine is going to be launching, I would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. So take care.